first video, or I guess first actual building video. Last video was just introduction of what we're gonna be doing. This one is gonna be what we are actually gonna do today on the car. As far as it goes, we're gonna probably start drilling into this, getting a really in-depth on how we're gonna do it all. And then what it takes to actually rip it all apart and weld it back on. It's gonna be interesting as far as like getting all this and making sure it's all straight, because if one thing isn't straight on this whole support here, then it throws everything off. Your fenders aren't gonna line up, you're gonna have weird hood gaps, this, that. I'm gonna try to get it a little straighter than I did last time, but nothing's gonna be perfect. You can also do minor adjustments to hood latches and your hood hinges itself. But yeah, so gonna get into that today. First things first is that driver's side inner fender. I'm gonna try to straighten that out. Probably gonna throw a ratchet strap on it, maybe tie it to one of these back pillars underneath, like against the wall here, and try to pull it out, see what we can do, try to mess with it a little bit. Tried to mess with it last night, but then it got hot and I was just tired of it. Today is gonna be the same, arguably worse. And it's sunny, so it's gonna be a hot day, but it'll be fun. Yeah, let's get to it. So first task today, like as I said yesterday, I got a lot of this cleaned up. I got all the old weld off, so a lot of this is all grime and old metal shards and whatnot, and it's all over the garage. But yeah, so see how this is all crashed in, gross. This is supposed to be about an inch or inch and a half, I would say, over underneath here. I tried to bend this out as much as possible, clean it up, and you know, we might have to take this wheel off here. I'm probably gonna do it anyway, jack it up, take the wheel off so I can really get in behind here, kind of hammer it out as needed. But I'm probably gonna get a ratchet strap, get it under tension, do some hammering, and just try to get it as straight as possible. We're gonna really try to work this side, because once I work this side, I'm immediately just gonna clean it all up and then weld it right back to the car. I honestly might bend it out now and then clean out underneath here with like a wire wheel or maybe just like a regular like wire brush, and get under there, try to clean it as much as possible. So then once that's straight, weld this back in, because once this is all welded back in and straight, I will clean up the rest of it. And I can see it's a little bit, not too bent right there, nothing too bad, but all down here is all really crispy and baconed up. So yeah, that'll be for today. And you can get a comparison to this side. This is the side that I actually welded in on the first crash. So see, it's all straight, boom. I gotta just actually bend this back in a bit, hammer it in, but just kind of tap it. So that's what it's supposed to look like on, at least this side's a little bit different. And then there's this side, a little bashed up. You can get actual reference on the front end here. Kind of hard to see here, but yeah, it's supposed to be quite straight. Worst comes to worst, I will cut it out maybe right here and then kind of stitch weld it back in from this front end if I really need to. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna try to get this as straight as possible. If it doesn't come out great, I'll just cut it all out, redo it. But yeah, that'll be for today. I'm gonna start getting some stuff set up here and try to get an idea of what I'm gonna be doing. I was walking around the garage and this thing just came in. Look at the size of this thing, dude. That's a pretty big plier. Like, look at, thing's about the size of my thumb there. It's crazy looking. Look at the pinchers on that thing. Pretty gnarly. Kind of a tight space. We are gonna try to, I actually ended up taking the wheel off on this side, on the driver's side, took the wheel off so I can mess with that inner fender. The reason why I took it off is so I can kind of hit it out from the back side of that inner fender, kind of try to push it over as far as possible and try to get it as aligned as much as I can until it gets too hot to work out here. It's already like 104, maybe 105. Pretty hot now, getting sweaty for sure. But I will kind of show you what I'm gonna do to this now. I don't have a light over here yet, but I'll put one on real quick. You can kind of see what I'm working with and what I'm gonna do. Okay, so as you can see here, this is separated, right? Look at it from the top. It's about 2 finger widths over, about 2 inches, I would say. So, I think I might have to cut that off. I'm not totally sure yet, because I think it actually ripped off of a section here. But I have to bash this side, I would assume, I think, because there's like a little crease right there. I'm gonna try to just kind of push this over this. There was kind of a little crease. There still is kind of a crease right there. You see that? A little harsher than I initially anticipated the crash being. Can't really tell. It looks a bit pushed down, but I kind of hammered it up a little bit. So probably gonna try to get that crease out as much as possible. And then also push, because if this is up, this will kind of bring this whole section up, whatever it needs to do. Then we're gonna kind of bash this backside, try to get it lined up as possible there, and then try and smooth all these bacon bits out. It got pretty bad. I did try to mess with the ratchet strap right here earlier, and it totally messed it up. So we're just gonna kind of hit it out, see what I need to do. If not, like I said, we'll end up replacing this piece. I don't really want to, but see where this cut is? I'll probably end up just going straight across the back and just going with that, weld it back in. It's gonna be a pain regardless of what I do, but yeah, that's the plan for now. So I was trying to kind of hammer this out. I don't know if you can see, you probably can't tell too much of what I've done here, but I kind of got this bit a little bit straighter. Got this a little straighter, but I'm having trouble trying to get this end here from wiggling. So I'm just gonna grab a clamp, try to get this over as much as possible. I might have to clamp it like back up in here or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out, but yeah. It needs to be clamped because I can't actually do anything with this as far as trying to straighten it out, because I want to get this as straight as possible before I start doing anything over here, because I don't want to push it over too far and then I start straightening this and then it's all crooked. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I keep getting like sweatier and sweatier in each video, but now I've hammered it out quite a bit. I'll show you that in a second. But now I'm going to be measuring, right? Measuring the length between the end of the frame here in the front and where the actual inner fender ends, to see how far off I am and see how much more I need to kind of mess with it. It's still off quite a bit. I've gotten it better for sure. I've got it to go over, I would say like about half an inch, maybe a full inch now. It doesn't really need to go that much further over. Got it bashed out, flattened it out quite well, as like also not quite as smooth as it totally should be. But now that I'm looking at the different section of how it should look, I'm kind of bashing it out pretty similarly to what it needs to be. As far as it all goes, it does need to be very straight, and that's kind of what I'm struggling with. And actually, now that I'm looking at this end, so I guess the later years, this is probably off of like a 2002 to 2005. Different chassis now that I'm looking at it. In the front here, I'll actually show you. So you can now kind of see that I've done some decent work on it. It's coming out flatter. I've got it a bit closer now. It's actually overlapped quite a bit. And so it's pretty flat now. I'm trying my best to get it out, kind of hitting it with all like a few different hammers, clamping it in between here, trying my best. But now you see this. See how thick this is. This is about, I'd say like an inch, maybe inch and a quarter at most. But look at this. This is about not even half an inch. Like, that is completely different. So I'm not too worried about this itself being different. Only thing I'm concerned about is this now. So that side, obviously, different side, doesn't have this same big fuse box, ECU, whatever it is there. So now, not really going to be looking at this too much, going to be more so looking at that, but I am still going to be looking at the general shape of this one. So yeah, measured this side right there, about just pretty much 5.5 inches there. Looking at this side here, to get it to about 5.5, I only really have to pull it out. Honestly, if I can get this flush here, this will line up perfect. That's my only issue at the moment, but other than that, yeah, look, if it's that lined up here, this bashed back down to where it's flat like the rest of this, we'll get it pretty straight. So it shouldn't be too much more work after this. I'm definitely super sweaty, but we'll see what happens. All right, so I actually got it pretty straightened out, and I was trying to kind of use this as a slide hammer in a way to, like, it was like the hole, right? And I was trying to like pull it back. I got my finger pretty good on the frame. It's hot. I'm gonna go take a break now. I'll show you what I was working on. But it's so hot. Literally dripping sweat, like so badly. My shirt is like drenched. But I got a lot of progress doing that slide hammer. method, I guess you could say. Kind of messed up the metal a little bit, but nothing I can't bash out. Kind of flatten out again. But dude, like raked my finger across the corner of the, I guess the edge of the frame, right where it corners. Dude just got me pretty good on my fingernail. So that doesn't feel too good. Gonna like clean it because it's disgusting, and it's so hot, literally can't take it. But I'll literally show you what I did. All right, so as you can see here, I will compare. It's slowly coming more and more over. It's so close now, like it's like just a few centimeters or centimeter. I don't know anymore. It's hot. This is pretty flattened out for sure. Like I said, you can see what I was doing here until I raked my finger right across there. That felt lovely. Not super sharp, but you hit it with enough power. It doesn't feel too good. I don't know why the quality is so bad, but yeah. All right, that quality is a bit better, I'll definitely say. But yeah, you can definitely see the, like where I was kind of hitting it, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter to me that much. That's not gonna be used for anything. It used to actually be for the, I think, the water, like the, you know, like the little tank that you use for your windshield wiper tank, that little thing, the fluid hold tank. That's where it used to go. It used to go down here. That's what these holes are for. It doesn't really need it. I don't know. I just need this to be as flat as possible. But it's getting so close, dude. Like whenever I pull it up, like it's like not even a finger width. It's perfect. It's coming out really good. But I'm gonna take a little break. It's so hot, dripping sweat everywhere. Cut my finger, but it's fine. I don't really care. Yeah. It's gotta be a quick break. Once I'm done, I figured out a different way to film, so a lot better quality. Just awesome. You can see all the sweat on my face. It feels amazing. Little damage to the finger here, but it dried. It's all over my shirt now. It's fine. Oh yeah, and then you can see the way I'm jacking it up. Just literally letting it sit on the jack on this little tow hanger here. It's the front suspension if you were curious, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll be back here probably like 30 minutes. I just need to cool down, drink some water, and patch up my fingers so I don't do that again. Maybe wear some gloves. We'll see. All right, it's a new day. After that, I hurt my finger and I just left. I was done. Oh, Tyler is rolling up in the Miata. We're gonna do some work on the Lexus, sand down the Miata a little bit, maybe do some painting on that, finish off the other mirror, because, well, I'll insert some other stuff of us. We started doing the mirror on one car, or on the Miata, started doing the mirror. But yeah, we'll review that, what it looks like after a few days of drying. All right, broke ballers, we're back. It's hard to hear, but
pretty smooth.
Ready? We're good?
Pretty smooth.
All right.
This is my
It's
introduction
set up.
to the new channel.
This is Tyler. This is his Miata. For this, we're gonna start painting it. We have a bucket of plethora of different colors of paint specifically for this. We're just decided we're gonna paint the mirrors today just to see how it comes out, see what it looks
Have
like.
you told them the color scheme we're going for?
Haven't dropped that yet. So we are gonna go for a Harley Quinn style. Put an example up, but that's what it's gonna be. So the way that this car is every single panel is separated and not necessarily replaceable, but it's all different. So paint is destroyed. It's been repainted terribly and not done right. You can see it's insane amount of texture. I actually decided to
You know, we've never once washed this.
no, we never have, but I did buff and polish this section just to see what would happen, and it came out much better. It used to look like that, now it looks like that. So it could have been savable, but it's matte. But yeah, so we got the mirror, it's partially sanded already, or pretty much done sanding it. I'm gonna probably just mask it off and go for it, dude. So we got here the colors: blue, red, yellow, green. What should we go with for the mirrors? Right. We gotta get some towels and cleaner, I guess. We can probably shoot water, look. Yeah, it's fine. It's not gonna come out great. Okay, dirty rag and water.
Wow. Why does it look brand new?
Because that's beautiful.
Oh, I would love to see it actually.
Just gonna mask it off here. Nothing crazy. Not too much talking in this one. Put some. Also have trash bags too we can use. The storage spare bedroom
box and just taped off the mirror there. So it's time to let her rip, see what happens.
I wonder how bad. Oh, that's lovely.
Got a little paint on the hands, but the mirror is now white. It's green now. I forgot to turn the camera back on. Oh no.
The Riddler green.
The Riddler paint. He's going at it. Hitting it with the white. Okay, so it started raining. We got some drops and tried to fix it. It's not too good. We may have to come back at this tomorrow. Yada looks like as it sits right now. Go around the side here, the green. All right, finished product on the inside. Let's see, how was my masking job?
Good.
Oh, butter, absolute butter. You're looking tough, twin. How do you feel?
Rev this puppy?
Don't.
Is that what you said?
Don't rev it. Let's see the mirror in the day. It's a bit scratched, but it's not. It didn't come out too orange peely. To be honest with you, it came out pretty good.
Making a really weird noise. Also, I think what was kicking is gone.
All right. So Tyler's over there sanding the hood on his Miata. I'm gonna be over here doing some work on the. We're doing some work here on the inner fender. Probably just gonna leave the camera there, and then you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Trying to get this section kind of pulled over more. Saw some of the last footage, but yeah. The progress he's got on the hood, damn, it's smooth already too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 4
You have
minutes.
to go like real deep right there.
Yeah, I know.
But oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be so much easier than we thought.
Yeah, for
That's
sure. He's got some good progress going over there on the hood. Looking good so far. May or may not make it over to our little painting spot. So we'll see what our painting spot is behind an AutoZone with one of the buddies. He painted his whole Miata back there. The guy who we bought that Miata off of. So may make our way over there today and then do some painting over there. Maybe I'll even do something, just mess around with the E36. See what I can get done. Maybe sanding. I don't know. It's fucked. So yeah, back to this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a ratchet strap, put it in front of this hole here. The metal's really soft, so it's gonna bend. It's kind of inevitable, but I don't think I'm too worried about it bending too much. I'm gonna get a ratchet strap from here, attach it over there to the frame, and just slowly start pulling it and see if I can get this whole section just kind of pull itself over. Yeah, see how that goes. Let's set it up and show you my little setup here. All right, so I have the ratchet strap attached right in there, wrapped across to this section of the frame. It should hold pretty well. I'm gonna see if I can try to get it to pull over as much as possible. If I need to, I might grab, honestly, hook to there. There's like a little hole right there, kind of won't focus there. Little hole right there, and then see if I can just try to get this thing over as much as possible this way. I don't know, this might be my best bet, try and get this thing straight. I've got it straightened out as much as I can with a hammer and whatnot. Otherwise, I can't really get it over that little ½ inch that it needs to be. But yeah, set it up and show you here. See if we can. All right, let's see. It is so incredibly close now. I know it's kind of hard to see there, but. I try to set up the ratchet strap to here. Just kind of see what happens. I think I've got it as straight as I can get it. I'm like super sweaty, but now this is clamped. So straighten this out a bit, try and make it as flat as possible without pulling this out. Or I may honestly, since this is all the way pushed over, I'm going to probably get under there a little bit. I'm going to drill a few holes and then weld it in. And then once that's welded in, straighten this out. And then since that'll be straightened out, this connection to the frame here will be straightened out. I should be able to start working on this outer section where the headlight support all mounts to. And then I'm gonna do probably both sides at the same time as far as straightening out, and then we'll probably go everything kind of mock up, clamp together. Once it's all clamped together, do a fender mock up, because that's gonna be the biggest thing. If fenders don't line up, you're gonna have crooked body lines and all that stuff. So body lines aren't gonna be perfect, but I wanna get them as straight as possible. So I'm going to honestly get under here, clean some things up, set up my welder, and go for it. See what happens. All right, got under here, cleaned up that section that I will be welding for now, because once that section's welded, I am gonna take this here clamp off, and then gonna go for it. See how that goes, and then once that's all done, we can start working on the front end here. Making some good progress so far today. All right, so now change shirts went inside. I don't want to weld in that shirt, so drill a few holes down here just to get some good contact points. Weld it all in, and for that, it's gonna be kind of hard to film that because I'm gonna be laying down kind of and welding it. It's gonna be just, it's hard to do it with where the car is. So just not gonna film that, and I'll show you what we're doing after, or how it's looking after, and then if I set up the camera, start taking apart the front end. Yeah, so I'm gonna start on this, and then I'll get back after I'm done with everything. All right, as you can see here, maybe, I don't know, kind of hard to see. Got a few holes drilled down there, cleaned up a little bit more. Now I'm just gonna go in with the welder, and I'll show you what it looks like after. All right, got a little angle. You can kind of see what I'm working with here. Yeah, we're just gonna go after it. Sorry if it's kind of hard to hear. Got the welder going, so I'm not sure how much you'll be able to see, but it's as good as possible. We're solid. We're good to go. Just a few little spot welds right there. Nothing crazy. Might hit it a few more times to see. All right, all welded in, ready to go. Now it's time to clean it up and hit it with probably an angle grinder or wire wheel. See how she comes out here, and then definitely hit it with some paint on the backside once it's all done. Just some satin black, nothing crazy. Now I'm actually gonna weld it in right there in that corner. I've tapped it flat now. I'm just gonna hit it with a quick wire wheel, and yeah. Mild fire at the top there, but we got it out just a glove. That honestly should be all right for the weld there. Keep in mind, this is all flux core welding. So flux core is a very messy weld, but it is actually stronger than MIG weld if it's done correctly. So just burns hotter, really fuses the metals together. But now, clean it up real quick, see how it comes out. As you can see here, got the welds all cleaned up. Looks decent, definitely not great, but as good as I can do without a MIG welder. So gonna hit it with an angle grinder now, and then see how those come out, and then give it a quick paint. So that's what I'm doing now. It is so hot out here. It's not even that it's hot. It's only like, it's less than 100 degrees, but it's stupid humid. It rained a lot last night, so back at it. All right, so for this, I'm just using a flap disc to just clean it all up. I'm not gonna use a cutting disc or anything. I'm wearing safety glasses. Prefer to not have little shards of metal in my eyes. Yeah, just gloving up. I'm gonna try to get some of it on film. It's gonna be kind of a bad angle, but just showing what I'm gonna be doing here. Probably lower this a bit here, see if you can see anything better of what I'm doing. But yeah, let's see. Not totally sure how I'm gonna get to this. Pretty sure Alright, got it all fully welded in and ground down. I'm gonna hit it with the wire wheel one more time, wipe it off real quick, give it a quick paint, and then we'll all be good there. Alright, this is what I'm using to cover it. This is the alloy armor. Pretty cool stuff here, for sure. Let me see. Light putting here. Alright. She is all done for the paint there. That's all I'm doing. Leave it there. But I'll do some touch-ups over here. Just messing around. This would end up coming like on the top. Not too bad. Only a minor separation. Not really too concerned. It'll all kind of even out. Now it's time to flatten out that piece as much as possible. But we'll start doing that after we get this done. I'm gonna start pulling this apart probably right now. Set up the camera, show you all the stuff I'm gonna pull off first before I start drilling it. Alright, so this is actually gonna be the end of this video. I'm gonna keep ripping apart the front end for another video, so these aren't too long here. But yeah, other than that, that'll be it. Got some decent work on it, got that whole under fender done. Now it is time to start ripping apart the other front end, and once I do that, finish straightening out this side, mock up the other side, start messing around with core supports and fenders and things like that. But that'll all be for the next video. So thanks for watching the first official video of Broke Ballers. You know, have any commentary, let me know. Any questions, happy to answer. I know it's not a very common thing to rebuild these Lexuses, but more of an informational on the problems that I struggle with and what you could possibly struggle with too. I'm showing you how I've done it. Didn't film it the first time, so I'm doing it the second time. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one.